Well, last week we saw Andy Murray take the court. First time since Wimbledon. He played in Abu Dhabi, an exhibition against Roberto Bautista Agut. Just one set, lost it 6-2. And then Andy Murray, of course, tried to play in Brisbane. He was the 2 seed there, pulled out of the event. And we're not sure when we're going to see Andy Murray back on the tennis court again. It was the subject of our tough call this week. Will Andy Murray return back to the top of the men's game? Justin, you said yes. Chanda, you said he will not be number 1 again. Let's see what you all had to say. Will Andy Murray get back to the top of the men's game? And the results are...
The survey says...
no. They say no, 70%. Wow.
I think we do need to determine what top of the men's game is. I mean, first of all, to get back to number 1 in the world would be a tremendous challenge for any player, but coming off of what will probably be a significant hip surgery, if not just a major hip injury. But I would never bet against someone with his level of skill and determination, and also maybe just with my heart hoping for the best for this great champion, someone who cares so much about the sport and has brought so much to the sport. I just hope that he could compete injury-free, pain-free, and get back to enjoying the sport that he's so talented at.
Well, and understand, I mean, we're here giving our opinions, but, you know, this is a champion, and he has a champion's attitude, a champion's mentality. You can't count him out. I think it would be extremely tough to get back to number 1. I mean, that was a Herculean effort that he made to get there in 2016, and he put everything into it. So I think that's going to be difficult, but I certainly would expect, if he gets healthy, that he will get back to the top of the game and contend.
Did you follow Judy Murray?
Yes.
Did you see what she wrote?
No, what did she say?
She put something on social media the other day about how it's funny how in the past couple of weeks or past couple of days, so many journalists, broadcasters, former players, and everyone else come out of the woodwork with all this great medical advice, like with this great medical knowledge. And it made me feel like, it brought me back to that great commercial. It's like, well, I don't know, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express once. You know, none of us really know what's going on with his body. We could take signs from what we've seen and the way we looked on the court, but at the end of the day, I think the whole tennis world just wishes him well in a speedy recovery and wants him back.
Listen, people counted out Rafa, people counted out Roger.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Exactly.
How'd that work out?
So, listen, Andy, get better, get back on the tennis court.
And ignore us. Let's say that.
Watch. Some of us. I mean, some of us, not all of us, but yes, ignore the negative ones. How's that?
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Speaking of number 1, Simona Halep starting the year strong, winning in singles and doubles in Shenzhen. Look out, Katerina Siniakova. Look at that, drops the second set 6-2. This is a funky scoreline, 6-1, 2-6, 6-love.
But I think for Halep, you know, she's so great defensively, her court coverage. And Siniakova, she played great tennis, some of the best tennis she's played in her career. She was playing inspired, moving well. So I expected this to be a tough match, but Halep in the end, just the more experienced player, and she's playing like a number 1 right now.
It's got to give her a lot of confidence, considering she only won 1 tournament all of last year. She's already started off with the title after the first week. 2 titles, actually.
Her and Darren Cahill, they were hitting balls in the rain. They look like they're having a good time as well. How about Alina Svitolina? Won 5 titles last year. Starting out the year very strong, had no troubles in the final in Brisbane.
Well, and she just outclassed her opponent, more inexperienced opponent who qualified to get to this point. So Sasnovich, she's played a lot of tennis, but it was Svitolina who she's hitting well from the ground. She served more aggressively in this match, that ace to close it out, and just such a confident player. She had 5 titles last year, more than anybody else. I expect her to have a good year.
She'll go up to number 4 in the rankings. Caroline Wozniacki, she will move up to number 2 in the rankings because Garbiñe Muguruza faltered earlier. However, she would go down to Julia Gerges, ended last year winning in Moscow, winning the WTA Elite Trophy, and now she starts out 2018 with another title.
Well, she admitted she's had a reworking of her brain, and it is showing on the court because she's playing much more sound tennis in the big moments. There were times, she's been a big hitter and a player we've been waiting for to have the big breakthrough and to really contend because she has so many weapons. But, you know, the thought process in big moments, she struggled in the past, and now she seems to be putting it all together, playing much smarter tennis and serving bigger, and I mean that's going to bode well for her this year.
Chanda, doesn't it really underlie how mental this sport is? Like you said, I mean, she's a player that people knew had a lot of physical skills, but to see someone put it together so quickly and go on such an incredible run, kind of like Caroline Garcia did as well. I mean, it's really the combination of the mental and the physical, and she seems to have it all working. So picking up on 2017 and now winning this title, beating Wozniacki. Also, it's a good sign when you have someone whose offense is capable of beating such a great defensive player. That really bodes well also.
She got her brain right. And now she's got 14 straight wins. Thanks, my team.
Does her team have any extra time for me?
For having changed my brain. It's Kyrgios, it's Harrison, top of the hour, final from Brisbane, and we've got the best of the best coming up next. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tennis Channel Live.